Imagine a storm picking up thousands of gallons of water and sending it about 15 feet high and about 30 miles an hour coming at you. Well, Clark Little, he's able to take pictures of that and share it with others. So he's a professional photographer. He specializes in shore break photography, and I was able to interview him about his thought on shore break and how it's more dangerous than reef break. So I came to my thesis statement favoring shore break and whether or not if it's actually more dangerous or not. So let's take a look at Clark Little's views. So when I was talking to him, I asked him what factors would involve these dangers. So we discussed about the different currents and how fast they move depending on the swell size, or they definitely could be weather that creates these storms that create the waves, right? So different people that have different experience are able to understand these areas and where to be, and being able to take a channel out to go surf instead of being in an area where a lot of whitewash and current pushing you away. So that leads to our next point of dangerous factors of people crashing down on photographers. So there's Clark Little and one encounter of someone slipping off their surfboard and hitting him. So that also leads to the next point of why shore break is more dangerous than a reef break. So if you think about a reef break having a lot more space because there's a lot more water as a buffer between the reef than a shore break, which only has about a foot or two of water, and that can be either lined with hard rock or reef. So, and since there's less area for water to move, that creates a lot more pressure, right? So less area, or more pressure, and that makes the currents a lot more stronger and a lot more difficult to get out to the lineup and where the waves actually break. So definitely surfers have a lot less control in this type of environment. So here's a video of these waves. Guys are not able to control themselves right there. Okay, so this also proves our next point, and how much more difficult is it to deal with shore break as a photographer. And his key points that he was able to talk to me about was about timing. Timing is definitely everything. So able to swim into the wave as it's breaking, is able to lead you safely under the wave without it taking you over. So going into the wave and staying low, it will prevent any kind of current from pushing you over and potentially hurting yourself. So, and if you're able to go over, then you want to be able to protect yourself. So hands always up, not having to worry about your camera, and just bracing yourself for the impact. And this is how he would show me as him going into the wave. And so I think in my experience as a lifeguard, I kind of see how it's definitely true when it comes to currents and stuff like that, that you always want to be moving with the current, not against it. So I think everything is related when it comes to environment, weather conditions. You know, it all takes a toll on the dangers of shore break or reef break. And I think people with less experience should definitely not be in the water when waves are stacking tremendously high with strong currents, because drowning is a definitely dangerous factor when it comes to this. And Thank you.